Oi kids, Slacker Kite here. Welcome back to the What Are We Fighting For? And joining us today are...
Josh.
Hi, I'm Joan.
And sadly, TV Dinner cannot join us, so instead of doing what we were planning on doing, we're going to do the original Portal because, oh, we wanted to.
Why not?
There we go. So we'll start up a new game of the good old original Portal. Later, we might actually introduce you to Portal 2. Aren't you excited for that?
I'm excited.
Yay!
I've never played this game with captions on, so I'm excited for door sound.
Door sound is pretty spectacular.
It is. Reacquaint myself with the good old Portal.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center.
That beautiful pink text.
Guys, there's a voice.
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not all in your head?
No, there's text with it. That toilet really needs to be cleaned.
You're not going to use it again. You'll be fine.
I don't feel comfortable. I need an adult.
We are all adults here.
Oh. Portal? What do you mean by that? Okay. Apparently the portals make a sound effect that has to be captioned.
They do. Everything makes a sound effect. Hey, get a good look at yourself.
Guys, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm playing a woman.
Really?
Deal with it.
Does it ruin your immersion?
It does. I'm completely outside of... I'll have to take off my fedora for this game, I feel.
Psh. Just psh.
So should I do a really brief
Sure.
history thing about Portal?
Yeah.
Okay, so Portal is obviously an FPS developed by Valve, and it was originally released in 2007 in a bundle package called the Orange Box for Windows and 360. The cool thing about it was kind of meant to be like a sort of, extra symbol, an extra game on there, because the game package came with a Half-Life, Episode 1, Episode 2, Team Fortress, and then Portal. I don't think Valve at first really expected too much out of it. And then all of a sudden that became this kind of huge sort of sleeper hit. It was kind of acclaimed as like one of the most original games of 2007. The voice of, the character of GLaDOS, rather, she really kind of pushed the likability of the game. It also features a female protagonist, Shell, even though she's one of Valve's kind of silent protagonists, like Gordon Freeman, etc.
Yeah.
It pretty much blew up. So between GLaDOS, the short but really, really tight written plot and puzzles, the memes, unfortunately, like the cake is a lie, so on and so forth, it kind of became like this really, really big cult hit very, very quickly. And of course it spawned Portal 2, but I'm not going to talk too much about Portal 2 right now because that's its own sort of animal and I really don't want to spoil it.
Delicious.
We're going to get to that later, so we'll eventually come back and do that. And, oh. Sound of Portal opening, I like it. But my portal.
Nope.
But my portal?
The portal opening. Yeah, the portal is changing. There you go.
Yeah. So, oh, hey, guys.
You figured
I know how
it
to.
out.
I can solve puzzles. I don't know if you know this or not. I have heightened intelligence senses. I did this all by myself.
So these early puzzles are kind of meant to acclimate the player to the concept of portals. Right now, obviously, you don't have the portal gun because I think it would have confused a lot of players from the get-go to just jump right into shooting portals. Introducing them very slowly and going, look, you can bend space like this, you can cross distances with this, etc. So they're very kind of simple, here's a box, put it on a button, go for it sort of thing. And the neat thing about Portal in particular, but Valve games in general, is that they very gradually introduce elements of gameplay to you, and then they test you on it like the next level, the level afterwards. It's not just here's an item and figure it out, and if you fuck up, it's a big issue.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, pretty much. They gradually what you need to do, and they make you learn it, and then once you're competent enough with it, that's when you're able to move on to the next step, or the next level, or the next puzzle.
It's actually really interesting as well playing this game with the developer commentary on. There's so many like really strange things about this game you just don't realize until you have played it enough.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, like little things like you never think that they have to force you to look up in certain points of the game, because humans, we're not really the first to look straight up just because.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a portal to the face here. I want to see what happens. Aww. But guys, I want to take a portal to the face.
Nope.
Whatever. I gotta get this crap.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, the portal gun is your friend, it is not correct.
And
I'll get that.
nobody likes cameras.
Nobody likes cameras.
gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device.
But the game is extraordinarily smart in the fact of how it slowly teaches you all these little things. Yeah, like you said, it adds on as you go along. So at this point, you know, you have your nice little portal gun, and you've got yourself a button, and it has that certain just right amount of charm in
Please proceed to the chamber.
GLaDOS.
Mind the gap.
Yeah, the writers of were just phenomenal with the characterization, and she's almost, you know, too well written of a character at times. Like, she's just so completely spot on with not only how she develops over the course of the game, which part of me doesn't want to spoil, but then part of me is like, if you haven't played the first Portal by now,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, pretty much. And then part of it too is just her dialogue and how she interacts, so to speak, with Elle and the player, and it's fantastic.
Given her only means of interaction, effectively.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I mean, that's the interesting thing as well about Valve is they seem to only like the silent protagonist until they're not silent, and then they never stop talking.
Oh. Well,
Shell never has that problem.
yeah, a lot of people in the fandom just think that she's mute, and it's like, you could take that canon, I suppose, if you want. I just think, like, I get the impression that she just doesn't want to talk because she doesn't want to deal with robots.
Yeah, I mean, who are you really trying to talk to in the first place, if that's...
Missed.
I was trying to be all fancy and shit.
Wheatley Kite visited us soon.
Wheatley will visit us very soon, as it does to all good boys and girls.
As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor
I do
the next test chamber.
like the fact that I hit the use button, and I get the sound of can't use, can't use.
No, no use for you.
But, wait, why is the door not opening? Oh, that way.
Wrong door.
Very good.
I've learned how to
Don't
labyrinth.
forget the camera.
What? Did I miss one?
Yes, you did. To your left.
Which left? Oh, that left.
Very good. You're doing extremely well.
Thank you, Glad Joan.
I can do the voice modulation, so it is a thing I can do.
It's a stupid human trick. Everyone needs at least one.
Certain objects may be vital to your success. Do not destroy testing apparatus.
I like how I'm destroying things before they're even proved useful. That's...
Well, cameras
That's
are
mean.
never useful, so that's okay.
no.
Vital testing
Fucking
apparatus
cameras.
destroyed.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
They should know better. Wait. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Not heavy enough. You are heavy enough.
No. I got this.
Those are made using
Yeah.
using high-tech, lightweight polymers. They are lighter than you, fat ass.
Man, making me actually do puzzles and crap. Whoa! Why'd you stay up there?
Ah.
But it stayed. It shouldn't stay. It should come with me because it loves me and it wants a good home.
It doesn't, though.
Can you provide that good home? The incinerator is not a good home.
The incinerator is the best home. It's where I put all my good things.
We will stop enhancing the truth in 3.
And that explains so much about you.
You should probably make a portal. That's kind of the title of this game. But there you go.
But no, it looks funny. I don't like it.
Shove.
Ah! Why is it on the ceiling? Stop being on the ceiling, camera.
Testing apparatus destroyed.
Come, camera. You're going to be my best friend forever. Oh.
Forever seems like such a short time.
That's forever for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just a minute.
But yeah, I mean, if you've never played Portal, first off, what are you doing watching this channel?
Right.
But secondly, yeah, this is pretty much the vast majority of the game is going through here and learning little things like, check this guy out. So there's that thing going up and down, and because it's going up and down, it makes you want to look at the ceiling. And look, there's a weird thing in the ceiling. Let's shoot it. Oh my god, guys, I solved another puzzle. I'm so excited.
You did it. You got finished and right. Okay, so a little more history on Portal. Portal is kind of the spiritual successor to this freeway game called Norbacular Drop. It was released in 2005 by students of DigiPen Institute of Tech, right? The original team for that is actually now employed at Valve, last I checked. Valve became interested in Norbacular Drop after seeing the game over at DigiPen's career fair. Robin Walker, one of the developers from Valve, saw the game at the fair and then later contacted the team, giving them advice and offering to show the game in Valve offices. Long story short, Gabe Newell saw it, was really impressed, and then had them carry the concept through. And they used some of the interactions between like physics and portals and things like that to kind of eventually turn it into what was Portal at the time.
Yay.
See, and I really like it when developers can like look at the things other people do and go, yeah, that's pretty smart. Instead of trying to crush it, let's make it a part of what we can do.
Yeah, or outright stealing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. King Games, I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the smart things that, what's his name, that did Super Meat Boy and all of that good stuff. The Basement Collection and... But the guy, there's this one guy who did a mod for Binding of Isaac called the Spider Mod. And, like, during a live stream, the guy had, like, questions for the developer, whose name I can't remember right now. And while he was asking questions, he said, hey, why don't you contact these guys and we'll give you a job.
Oh.
And what's not awesome about that? Oh.
Yeah. Enjoy your death.
What he done?
I just went...
Oh my god. How you do?
Very easily. I don't know if you know this or not.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Because energy bad.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's not. Energy is great. Energy is how I, like, get up in the morning. If I didn't have energy, I wouldn't move ever again.
Lift moving.
But I mean, that is actually one of the teaching mechanics of the game itself. Is that you kill yourself, and then you realize, well, that was stupid. Let's not do that again. And
Oh, yeah.
you're not pushed that far back in Portal, which is probably one of the best things about the game, because it's not that damning of a puzzle game. When you fuck up in this game, it's very nice to you.
Yeah, the puzzles are never long enough so that if you fuck up, you feel like you have ruined everything.
Yeah, even in the second game, where you have kind of long stretches of time in the puzzle that will move you on, it's still, like, if you totally screw up, it'll still be like, alright, you know, here's your last quote-unquote check.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
And I feel like things like that really did inspire future games, let's say. For instance, I mean, games like Super Meat Boy, right? There's not a whole lot of "you've messed up, we hate you forever" going on in that game. So, you know, you die once in that game, it's kind of a whatever sort of situation. You died. Bad job. Try again. And that's something that seems to be a lot more common in more recent games, that, yeah, maybe they're hard, but let's give the player a chance to actually prove that, you know, this time, yeah, maybe that was a little bit of a mess up, whatever. But let's try again, this time with gusto.
Yeah. Try and do something slightly different.
Unlike games like, let's say, Faster Than Light, which...
Which kill you.
Oh, you did
over and
something
over.
completely different? That's okay. We did everything different, and now you died again.
It's amazing that I love games like that, despite the fact that... Hello.
Camera. Fuck you, paparazzi.
No face cams here.
You don't want no
Wait.
selfies?
No, I don't want no scrubs as well. That
Aw,
camera was
snap.
a scrub. Ooh.
That looks
Hey
terrible.
guys. There's a hole.
Yep.
In the bucket.
Hooray! Jump puzzles.
I love this line more than anything else in this entire game.
But when you try to, I've tried to explain Portal when it first came out to friends, going, oh, it's a game where you kind of, you know, learn about physics and momentum, not how to sell this game. I've learned. But it's kind of interesting that it does sort of teach you, in a very layman's roundabout way, things like, you know, properties of momentum and things of that nature. I'm obviously not a very scientific person. I spend my free time playing video games. But it's really neat, and it kind of offers you a sort of springboard, you know, for further research or learning on your own time.
Yeah, and speaking of springboard, so, I mean, this is really smart. You see, like, a ledge that's about yay high, and it takes you this far. Then you get the ledge that's even a little bit higher, you jump in. I went further! Amazing.
Hooray!
And then, from the same height, I place it yet higher. Oh my god, you guys.
Hooray!
Puzzles.
When I first played Portal, it was on the Xbox, and I got about 2 puzzles in, and I got so sick that I had to put it down. Like, I just could not play it. So, when I picked up the orange box about a year later, I was like, you know, I really want to play Portal, but I just get sick when I play it. I can't do it. It turns out that because I was playing on an HD TV, I got so sick, and then I played it again on my computer, and I was actually able to get through it. So I was a sort of latecomer to Portal. Like, I really didn't play until about 2009 or so. But the only thing about this game that really threw me off were some of the momentum puzzles. My timing is not quite quick enough at times to, like, click over from one portal to another portal to another portal, so on and so forth. So, like, one of the later puzzles where you have to go up and down shooting portals, which I don't know if we'll make it to tonight or not, that one threw me for a loop for a long time.
See, the first time I played it was with Hollis and TV dinner. But Yeah, and we started, like, we rented it from Blockbuster. Hey guys, remember Blockbuster? Boy, wasn't that funny.
I miss Blockbuster.
But yeah, we were like, we rented it and we started like stupidly late at night. And we probably should have started earlier, but we didn't because we're also not that intelligent. So what we did is he would navigate all of the puzzles, or I would navigate all of the puzzles, and he would hit the buttons for me because I am that bad at first-person shooters.
Aw.
I'm pretty awful at first-person shooters. I'm not even going to like joke about that. So
We still need to get you to play Left 4 Dead 2.
yeah, that would be hilarious. Watching me fail repeatedly and just die all the time.
To be fair, if you can beat Portal, you can play Left 4 Dead 2.
The device has been
Legit.
modified so that it can now
I'm just about as bad.
manufacture linked portals at once.
I'm the person who dies all the time.
We are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now
So it's gonna be,
more
it's
than the
if
organs
that
and
ever
body
happens,
implants of
it will be a competition between me and Travis as to who dies the most.
The only thing you have to keep in mind about Left 4 Dead 2 is this: you stick together, you do teamwork, and then you take it easy. Like you go forward. That's all it is.
Have you been in conversations with me and Josh? I can tell you the first thing that I'm going to do is throw him to the wolves and run as fast as possible.
You fucker.
Of course, the wolves in this case are the zombies.
Right?
Some of them are very wolf-like.
Rules
Fucking
there.
hunters.
So Josh, you and I will play Portal. I mean, Left 4 Dead.
4 Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will play Left 4 Dead, and I'll be the guy that, like, I'm the guy in Halo who spins around in circles and just throws grenades.
I love throwing sticky grenades in everything in every direction in Halo. I'm like, got sticky grenades. Where's somebody to throw these at? I'm gonna miss, but it's gonna be funny. Because they're
Exactly.
gonna see sticky grenades and they're gonna run.
I have sticky grenades. That makes everything fine.
Oh, so real quick. So now you've got your fully fledged portal gun, and it's repeating the same puzzle that you did a couple levels ago, but now just with more portals and you controlling it. So it's harkening back to slowly reintroducing elements that you've played before, but now going, okay, we can trust you to handle the portals on your own.
I don't know who's trying to trust me with these things, but, yeah, they should know better.
In general.
Well, see, that's the whole deal with Portal 1, is GLaDOS learns that this was a mistake.
I also love GLaDOS on that. But GLaDOS is also probably one of the best antagonists, like, in game history. A lot of people will say things like Kefka, stuff along those lines. I gotta give it to GLaDOS.
She's so beautifully passive-aggressive. And then...
Well, and then directly aggressive if you count the word toxic.
You don't often get malevolent that does not make fucks. And you get that in GLaDOS, and I'm very happy about that.
And the neat thing about it too is that she does what very few in comparison video game villains seem to do, which is succeed. I mean, she completely destroyed Aperture Science before Shell comes along. I mean, she killed pretty much all the scientists, all the people that were in the building, took over the facility. So even like,
One is dead.
yeah, like very
You
very
are
few.
alone.
Oh yeah, and that's what actually creeped the shit out of me when I played this. When I was actually able to play this game for the first time. The fact there were no other NPC interactions. There was no other humans. There were just talking GLaDOS and the mood music and the atmosphere. Like that was enough to make me very hesitantly go through the game when I first did. Because I was legitimately like not scared, but just really kind of creeped out by the whole game.
Yeah, the fact of the game, like, there's nothing else going on. It leaves you a lot of time to sit here and just think about what happened to all these people? Why are there these rooms where, like, it looks like people should be watching, but they aren't?
Right. It really instills a sense of isolation and, like, this kind of despair, too, at the same time, and like, it's just, it's just so delightfully creepy.
Required test protocol.
It's just
We can no longer
weird.
lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be
Yep.
missed.
Well, there is technically interaction, but it's after the fact interaction with
Right.
the scrawling on the walls.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
That
touch
beautiful
on that, yeah.
atmosphere.
Since we brought that up, isn't there a little bit of, like, history to that character? Wasn't it, like, something that they were thinking about introducing, or... I can't remember.
Oh gosh, trying to think about that one actually. But the character we're talking about in the off chance you haven't played was Doug Rabbit, who was as known in a later comic called Lab Rat that Valve released. He was a scientist that worked within Aperture Laboratories, and he had schizophrenia that he was taking medication for, being the only other survivor of Aperture Laboratories, with the exception of obviously Chell. So this game, if you look in certain areas, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see them, Kite will take us through, you'll see little notes that he leaves and little hints that he leaves for Chell going, go this way, don't believe her, don't, and up until around this point, GLaDOS seems to be helping you, to going, encouraging you to get through the test and do what you have to do and survive. But then over the course of the game, you slowly start to see that GLaDOS isn't what she's initially projecting, and then the clues from Ratman emphasize that point more. And the thing that really makes this whole thing tie together is that humans are so intrinsically social animals to begin with, so removing the otherwise human element that you would otherwise, get from other games really drives home this sense of just kind of despair that you find yourself in, particularly in the later levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really does bring that in, that, and especially once you hit the real messed up parts of the game, then all of a sudden you just get this real feeling that things have just gone that wrong.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite thing is the sense of exploration. Like, you really feel as you continue through this that you're doing something, that you're continuing to see more and more things as you go along. Mm-hmm. And it is interesting as well, like little puzzles like this, where your first reaction is to use a portal, but if you use a portal,
you will have the same reaction that you did previously when you first encountered the first energy ball.
What test chamber are we in right now?
I don't know. There's a number?
Yeah, there are numbered.
Yeah, it's numbered, and I think it's less than 10, but more than 0. Does that help?
Very good. His first little den is in chamber 16, so keep an eye out for that when we go forward.
You have this memorized, then?
I've played this game a lot.
No. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. We're in 15. So
oh, nice.
Oh, you were blazing through this, Wheelie.